Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is JT, and today I'm bringing you Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege beta footage. I pre-recorded this on the PS4 so I could do a little bit of commentary and criticism over the video. I do want to throw out that this is beta, so things will change, hopefully in the final game. There are several things that I like, and on the reverse side of the coin there are several things I didn't like about the game, and I just want to go ahead and take this time to share that with you. Overall, the impression of the game is it's a 5v5 first-person shooter that's attack and defend. You either play as the defenders, where you're put inside a building, house, plane, warehouse, what have you, and you have to use your barricade kits to barricade doors, walls, windows, etc. The attackers have drones at the start of the round. It's a 30-second point at the start of the round where you have small robotic drones. You'll see them zipping around the floor throughout the video, and what you do is you use those to scout the rooms, find the bomb, the hostage, what have you. It can go under the barricades and find where everybody's hiding. Therein lies the first flaw of the game. This game, I find, is a camper's paradise. That's basically what this game is who can camp the best. Obviously, the defender's point in the game is to defend the bomb, which does include camping. But what happens is, it comes down to whoever has more people at the end of the game wins. And while I understand that that could be considered the point of the game, it makes it difficult because in certain instances where it's 3v1, 2v1, 4v2, things like that, the team with the lesser amount of players will more likely than not end up camping somewhere in the building that you're in. In this case, you'll see in this part of the video, it's 2v1. It was 3v1. One of our guys ran out and ended up getting killed. So basically, this guy is camping and taking pot shots at us, which is a good strategy. It's not very fun to play, though. It creates tension, but not the right type of tension. You should feel that it's high-strung and that you're freaking out. And this guy does a very good job of trying to flash us and everything like that. Ultimately loses here, but it wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't fun. We played this for maybe 2 hours, and it was just the same thing over and over again. And you can say that about a lot of games. You can say that about Counter-Strike. You can say that about Call of Duty. But there's something about those games that keeps you coming back for more. And I feel like the advancement in this game and tied with the maps and with everything else that's going on, it's just not enough to keep me interested. And I feel like other people share that opinion too. There's quite a bit that's wrong with the game and quite a bit that they did right. One of the things that's wrong is it actually took me a while to figure out how to break a window, and you would think that's something so intuitive to the game where they tell you always repel, always grapple and repel, but they never show you how to go about it unless you watch the tutorial videos, which are kind of tucked away in their own separate menu. And it's not fun to do it. It's not as high intensity as you would think it is, because it's very slow and it just doesn't work out if you're not one of the specialists like Sledge, who has a sledgehammer, because you have to break the window with the butt of your gun. And in this instance, we had barricaded this garage, and we put barricades up on the walls and doors in the garage door, and they still busted through the garage door with a charge, an explosive. And it kind of defeats the purpose of barricading the garage door. You can see that they rush in and they kill us, which is okay. I mean, yeah, that's the point of the game. They're supposed to do that. But it just felt kind of annoying that we had spent all this time barricading for them to just blow it up instantly. I mean, there was nothing. I put the barbed wire down, someone had barricaded the whole garage door, and in a matter of seconds they had blown a hole in there, ran in and killed us all. It was great teamwork on their part. I mean, that's what makes the game what it is, but I felt like it was too quick. I mean, literally the match had just started at that point, and it was over. And you see that a lot, and I go back to what I said earlier about how the matches don't last very long. I believe they're only 5 minutes, start to finish, if you run the timer out. And that was kind of what made it hard to get footage in the first place, was because these matches were only lasting 30 seconds to a minute after they started. But then again, it can get very fast-paced, and that is quite fun. When you do get into those firefights and everything, they're fun. It's fun to, get the kill. It's very adrenaline pumping, and you feel like you've actually succeeded in doing what you were supposed to do. Same with breaching and going into a room, clearing it out, and winning. That's great, but those moments I feel are few and far between, as this game is heavily reliant on teamwork, and anybody who's played a multiplayer online game that's heavily reliant on teamwork can tell you that the loose link always ruins it for the team. So there's always that one person, whether it be someone else or you, because you're not good at the game, you can take the blame on it. That's what ruins the game. And in this instance, I feel like unless you have a group of friends, you're just not going to have fun. We actually were playing 2 of us, and then there were 3 of us in a party, and it was still hard with 2 randoms that we were playing online with. It just made the overall gameplay very difficult. I feel like there's a lot they can improve upon, like the gunplay and such. The enemies are bullet sponges. The guns feel very loose. I played it on the computer. The gunplay feels a little bit tighter, but that's because you're playing with the mouse. With the enemies absorbing so many bullets, it doesn't have that realistic, and I use massive air quotes, their realistic feel that they're going for with this. And I mean, you look at games like Call of Duty and you go, okay. And I hate to keep making the comparison to Call of Duty, but you think, okay, these enemies are taking 5 shots to kill, and that's high for a time to kill in Call of Duty, but you can unload 5+ shots and still not kill them. And then they can go down and be revived after that. But I digress. It is a beta, so those are my thoughts on that, and I can only hope that when the game comes out in its final state, that they will be fixing a lot of these. I have full faith. It wasn't a hit for me right off the bat. I mean, I'll give it another try when it comes out, but for me, I really feel like this is a pass. I just could not get into it for what it was worth. It was definitely just a lot of the same, and it wasn't a lot of the same in the good way. Thank you guys. I'm going to let it just run out a little bit here. You can watch a little bit of footage. Thanks for listening to me rant about it. See you later.